Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your daily reading. The daily message. Da, da, da. They were mowing the grass this morning, so you know how it goes. So, the energy around you today is I really feel like it may be beneficial for other people to be around you today because there's definitely a spirit of healing, right? And it's interesting because the focus is just you're just going with the flow of things, so that's a pretty zen space, and other people might benefit from that. That is how you're showing up in healing today. Like it may be very healing for other people, right? It's kind of like whatever happens, we'll deal with it, no problem. That's what irritates a lot of people about us, actually. Yeah. It kind of looks like too that you may right now be more focused on money than love. Yeah, and like because definitely Sagittarius. I mean, I feel like in a way I keep getting the same message for you, for us, I should say, and that is about getting ready for this next big thing. And I know old tarot readers say this, but I've seen it like every day. And faraway places is really about expansion, right? Big things. Now, does that mean traveling? It could. It could, but it doesn't have to. This could actually be really about your abundance. The voyage of the heart being reversed. I don't know. I don't know, but it feels like that switch may be a little turned off for you. Interesting. Because I just feel like you're focused on the path, on getting things together. It feels that way. It definitely does. And your journal prompt is interesting because we have the Emperor, right? We have the Emperor. It's a very take charge kind of card, but it very much talks, if you know any Aries, like they love structure. Um, it very much is about doing what you need to do because the Emperor is about building, right? So you may write about ways in which you can create more structure in your life, and God knows Virgo would be happy with that. And it doesn't have to be anything. It doesn't have to be quick. Think about how you can structure your life over time, what you can build, you know? And, if you're building something specific or looking to, the the structure is very important because you want it to have a strong support. Otherwise we're getting a tower. You understand me? And also the Six of Pentacles. So interestingly enough, six ways you could give. And, the Six of Pentacles often shows up in overgiving. So this is giving without taking from yourself. Like, how could you be generous to others without hurting yourself, right? 6 ways, 6 things you could do. Okay. So the situation. What's going on? Sagittarius. Very interesting because a powerful ally will help you achieve your goals, and a mystical connection will bring you unexpected allies. And I really feel like it has a lot to do because remember, you're the mystic healer, right? Today, anyway. So it's about like going with the flow and believing everything is working out. And this brings you allies. This brings you allies. So it will actually attract someone or a group of people that can help you. Should we look? Yes, we should. Okay. Do I laugh at everything? Absolutely. So let's see about these allies. What can you tell us about these powerful allies? One or many, or, you know. Tell me about the allies. Tell me about the allies. I feel like someone is asking questions, right? Someone is curious. And I feel like you don't, like you may have some issue of trust. You know, this person is being curious, maybe asking questions. I mean, does that mean they're asking other people? I don't know, maybe, because it's the snooping energy. But this person's also pretty aggressive. You know, so maybe they approach you or in some way and they just ask you a lot of questions. This is your ally. So you start off being suspicious. Like, why are they asking questions, right? And it's because, and if you start to wonder, why am I feeling this about this person? It's because they remind you of someone else. Like they remind you of someone else that you could not trust. It came to me like instantaneously, Sag. And you, like, there's some darkness attached to that feeling. So it's kind of like as soon as they approach you, you're like, So let's see if we can find out more. You know, but this is an ally. This person actually will be supportive of you. And they would be in the position to help you. Because it says they're powerful. But, you know, and that card had a mask. Like, maybe it's that you can't read that person. Or you feel like they're, something about them is shady. Oh my gosh, the Lovers on the bottom. Wow. The Lovers on the bottom. The Sun. The Emperor. The Ten of Cups. Wow. And the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you feel like they talk a good game, right? And wow. They definitely, like, this is, This is someone, I mean, maybe you end up having some sort of partnership together, maybe even a romantic partnership. But this person really is able to help you, the Emperor and the Sun. It's like they have what you need to make something work, or to have success in something. Okay, now that was on the bottom of the deck, so it might take a little bit of time to get there, right? So tell us about this ally. Tell us about this ally. Oh, they are helping you. Tell us about, because this is something that you're wanting to do. You're wanting to get off the ground, right? But it's difficult. Like, and I feel as if you can't get this done as quickly as you want to, right? With the Chariot being reversed and the Six of Swords here. I feel like, this ally does show you how to make things work, and that there's a need to give things time. Why is the Chariot reversed? It's like you feel like no matter what you try, it doesn't work. And I feel like this person, this ally, and it tells you you just need to slow down, right? Page of Wands reversed with the Seven of Swords. And that's where the disconnect comes in, because we are Sagittarians. We want to move quickly. We want to move quickly. We want to do it. You're kind of, the Page of Wands reversed says you're being too impulsive, and you know it. And you need to, maybe, like I hate saying, stop lying to yourself. But it's like this, right? And because this person says it to you, Knight of Swords, Nine of Wands, you get mad. But they're telling you something you already know. Deep down, right? Okay, well, that's interesting. What is this all about, though? King of Pentacles. What's this all about? Knight of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. I mean, I feel like it's just about something you're trying to achieve. Something you want success in. So, whatever that means to you. It's like they're showing you how to. But I feel the point in that kind of gets on your nerves or pisses you off is that their way is, there's a road to travel. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And which means, that can mean you had plans for things working out quicker, and I feel like they are, but I do feel as if they are right, to be quite honest with you. The Hermit, the Four of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. Yeah. It's like you come to realize it. You really do. Interesting. So what is this connection to Sagittarius going to be all about? I feel like they're helping you with your path in some way, but which can mean work, can mean a business, can mean whatever, but it's a very strong connection. What is this connection about? The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like it's something you're trying to make happen. The Hierophant and the Eight of Cups. What is this person's position? They are the teacher in this situation. Tell me about the connection. Five of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Ace of Swords. They're the teacher in this for you. And they're more or less showing you what you need to do. Because, and I feel like this person comes from, they've done this and they've lost. So they know. And they don't want to see the Five of Pentacles happen to you too. So, I mean, they're being really honest with you and showing you how to do it better. So, I don't know. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that's about, Sagittarius. So let's look at relationships. What is the relational message? Who and what is Sagittarius dealing with other people? You and the peoples. What's going on? Well, that was something. Ooh. Sexual attraction, karmic lesson. That's interesting. So someone, all right. Sexual attraction, karmic lesson, part of destiny, and past person returns. So it does feel as if you have been, I feel like you're walking away from a person who only wanted something physical. Because there's something about that you learned your lesson on, right? Maybe that's just temporary, people, right? Because there's someone who, when they return, you're going to see their part in your destiny, like that you were always supposed to meet this person. What is that about? Let's see. So tell me about sexual attraction. Ten of Pentacles. Sexual attraction. Queen of Wands. Like, it feels like you might be tempted by someone, but because it's just sexual or physical, you're like, no. Because with the Ten of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, you want something more permanent. Okay? Something more permanent. So tell me about part of destiny. Tell me about this fated person. Page of Swords. Tell me about this fated person, which is interesting in my opinion, because we see that ally has been asking quite a bit of questions about you. And I feel like it's the same person. Page of Swords. So they've been asking around about you, trying to learn you, right? And with the Six of Pentacles and King of Pentacles is because, you know, they're trying to figure out if it's worth giving to, if it's worth investing in with you. That's interesting. So tell me about the past person. King of Swords. Okay. Past person. It's someone that you had a failed relationship with. Well, yeah, I mean, we know. You may have been married to them, actually, King of Swords. But you definitely haven't talked to this person since then. Anything else? Ooh. But it's like the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. It's not a great couple. It's a horrible couple, really. It's a couple turned away from each other and they don't speak. Right? But they may still think about each other. Honestly. The Lovers is reversed. Tell me about this past person. I don't think the past person is the same as this Page of Swords. I thought for a minute they could be. But with the Nine of Wands and the Two of Swords, like this person may reach out to you because the swords are also about communication. But look how many swords are in this. And Wands. I just feel like you may be very reluctant to even speak to them. Yeah. Five of Wands. And the Knight of Wands. You know, they chose something different. And so I don't think you even want to have anything to do with the past person. But this fated person is what I'm interested in. Because this could be someone that you're just getting to know. But with the Page of Swords, they could actually be trying to find you, find out stuff about you. Maybe they're investing in you financially. I really feel like this is the person from the last frame. So there's a lot going on here, really. I mean, you got people prospecting you for a physical relationship. You have, you know, someone from the past coming back. And then there's this one person who actually is thinking about investing. So and something about them is part of your destiny, like you were supposed to meet them. So this could be that ally. So we're going to take a deeper look at that in the extended. Very interesting. Because I also feel like it's also unsure to me the age of this person. Because they're very steady. They do have, financial means. But the Page of Swords was, maybe they're having someone else find out stuff about you. Interesting, Sagittarius. I don't know what to make of that. But that's definitely for someone. So let's get your mindful message. What is Sagittarius's mindful message? The mindful message. Oops, doopsie. Oh, Spirit talks, we got to answer. Today I release limiting beliefs, harmful thoughts, toxic patterns, and anything out of alignment. I am ready for transformation and welcome this shift. I am creating space for a new chapter filled with love, abundance, and amazing opportunities. So you're all about the new stuff. No old stuff. I said what I said. So hopefully I will see some people in the extended. We also do a future prediction there. So I hope that I see you there. Toodles.